Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Podcast today. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and we are so excited to be coming to you with another great guest interview. We love guest interviews. They really make the show so much better, and you get so much more value out of them. I can sit here and ramble for 30 minutes, but it gets old real quick. So we're not going to beat around the bush today, man. I want to go ahead and talk about who we're bringing in, and there's really no need for introduction. It's Dan Wheeler from River City Fencing and the Fence Industry Podcast. How are you doing this afternoon, Dan?
Jeremiah, I am doing well. Thanks so much for having me back on, dude. This is fun.
Absolutely, man. I loved it. I mean, we got you on, man, I don't remember when that was. I think it was fall, maybe late summer, early fall last year.
Late summer, because it was hot. Yeah,
was it? Yeah, yep. Late summer. Yep. So it was an awesome episode. I think we talked a lot about efficiency in that episode. And we'll put that episode in the show notes, guys. If you're listening and you want to hear a good one on efficiency, that was a banger of an episode. So go check that one out. But today, man, I just wanted to catch up. Wanted to see how you were doing and how both of your businesses are doing, River City and Fence Industry Podcast, because I was listening to Fence Industry the other day, and I was like, man, I gotta catch back up with old Dan. The energy, the fire that you bring to the table, I love it, and it just maybe somebody out there listening today is just going through a rough time, having a rough day. The rain's beating them, their equipment's breaking. Whatever that may be, man, I just want this to be an uplifting, fun, energetic conversation that we have to help you out wherever you are today. So catch us up, Dan. How's it going?
Dude, Jeremiah, things are crazy. And this is that time of year that I love. Like, I'm up north, so we're like cabin fever, like you wouldn't believe, dude. So so this was crazy. Last year, we started getting bad weather, so snow in December. Early December, and typically we don't get it till mid-January, so our winter started early, and then it went super late all through March, so we really didn't get started working until April. So we were really biting at the bit to get out there. But Jeremiah, things are crazy. Business is booming. I got some great employees, just phenomenal guys. I can't say nothing bad about them. They show up every day. They're hard workers. We're adding more all the time. I got one kind of like, we want to hire him, but we're trying to work out the financial aspect of it because he's a big purchase, you could say. So but he has a lot to bring to the company. So anyways, we got that going on. Business in general is great. Fences in our area are still booming like most people. Most guys are still pretty busy and still are just saying, things are great. Customers are still purchasing left and right. So no complaints there either. Material is coming through at a steady rate, so I'm happy about that. And man, it's just crazy. In between raindrops, in raindrops. Yesterday we worked in the rain. Dude, we're crushing it. Like when I leave my shop, Jeremiah, when I got that job on the trailer or jobs, 2 or 3, I don't care. I'm not coming back till it's done. And we have a great time doing it. Dude, I just have this mentality right now, like nothing's stopping me and nothing's getting me down. And I'm coming home with the check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. Some guys love it. Some think I'm crazy, but my guys are like that too. And man, we just feed off each other. It's a good time to be at River City Fence.
That's awesome. And I know that the other guys have to feed off your energy because I know you vet them pretty extensively when they come in, and you don't just take anybody and everybody. And everything involved with working there is just high energy, high level. Get out of the truck, let's get it. How is that? How have you handled the employee situation with the labor shortage and stuff that we're having? You say you have them coming in. Are you being able to retain pretty well? Or are you finding good ones? How are you going through them to get a good one? How is that working?
So in the past, Jeremiah, and let's say 4 years ago, I went through 13 employees in 1 year. So March to December, 13 employees.
Wow.
Since then, I just, something clicked. I don't know what it is. My mentality changed. I found YouTube, I found Instagram, I found podcasts shortly after. So that I learned a lot from there, but with company culture and stuff like that. But we found one great guy, and we treated him like family, literally like family. He's at our birthdays, and we're at their kids' birthdays and their birthday, his birthday, his wife's birthday. We're just like family. He bragged about coming to work, loving work. He found another one, brought another guy in, loved it. Same situation. He brought another guy in. So now I'm pretty well set. Would I like to expand? Yes. So I have not lost any of those guys.
That's awesome.
Their pay has gone up tremendous. Every year they're with us. So they're very well compensated because, Jeremiah, I believe in you get more done with more qualified people, or less people, but more qualified.
Yeah.
In the past, it was throw a body at it. Kind of like the union world. Some people say, like, just throw a body at it. And it doesn't, yes, it gets done, but it's slower, it's less efficient, and you're not going to make as much money.
And not always done the right way.
Exactly. And I always tell people, because we're behind, everyone is. We had that derecho 2 years ago, and we're still trying to fight through that. But I would rather have a customer yell at me for being late, but getting a great product at the end of the day, rather than me spending all my energy and resources at just getting employees to show up and work and do the job. It's not worth it. I think we have found our sweet spot. I'd like to grow one more notch higher, but again, I'm super slow to hire and really quick to fire, and I don't like firing people. So I just don't plan on ever firing anyone ever again, Jeremiah. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
My guys hire the new guys, and we have a great track record at that. So why fix, or why change it?
Yeah, don't fix it if it's not broke. That's the thing.
100%.
So if it's rolling for you and it's working, that's doing good. So, well, tell everybody maybe just a quick snippet of what River City does, like fence wise. Is it privacy fences, vinyl fences? What all do y'all do?
So this week is like, and what is today? Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. Thursday. So this is a great week. To kind of go through our day to day. I started out, I dug a residential backyard vinyl fence job on Monday, and we set it. And then we're back on another residential job, a wood and a chain link. And then there's an emergency at a plant, so I had to go into a commercial or an industrial setting and hang a huge cantilever gate, it was like 30. It's not huge. It's 30 feet long. It's only half of the opening. So then we're doing industrial, and then the next day you're doing commercial.
Yeah.
And I'm welding in the morning, and I'm setting posts in the afternoon, and we're snapping vinyl the next morning. So we're a residential, commercial, industrial company. I always say we're the biggest little company around. So we do a little bit of everything. But our bread and butter for sure is backyard residential jobs. And to be real specific, probably that black vinyl chain link, galvanized chain link. I can cook through those all day, every day. So that's kind of the bread and butter. Do it with my eyes closed type stuff.
Man, one time we had a leaf cleanup job, and it was in a backyard, and they only did like a 30-inch gate or something like that, and I needed to get my 60-inch mower through it. Well, the leaves were so bad, there was no way I was blowing them through the fence. I was like, that's not happening. We'd be here all day. I had the bright idea to unhook that fence from the post and to drive my mower through there. Stretching that fence back to get it tied back together is top 5 hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Stretching that chain. So what, do y'all just use like a come along or something to stretch it with?
There's a come along, which we have to put like a tension bar, which is like that 1/2-inch piece of steel.
Yep.
To spread out that stretching like force. And then there's a stretcher bar, then there's a come along, and then on top of that, typically to get that last little bit, we have a special tool that hooks and goes around the post. And that gives you that last little bit of so it's not I would say most companies stretch it super tight, so it is not an easy thing.
So. No, it was worth it because we got the job done, and we would have been there 8 more hours if we hadn't. But that was, oh man, that's when I think of fences, that's what I think of now. It's like, oh, it's so bad. And so tell me, let me ask you this: do you have a lot of people ask for big gates when they install, or do you recommend getting a bigger gate than like a 21-inch gate or something like that?
So our normal gate is 4 foot. We really don't do 3 foot because it's a little small.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the very back corner access of a yard, like you might have to sneak back there to get a soccer ball that went in the back, the neighbors.
Yeah.
But typically it's depends on the size of the backyard. Typically got like a 4 foot walk gate. Maybe if they got like a 4 foot mower, then we go to a 5 foot gate because you got the black flap to shoot and a little bit of this on this. And you have to have some clearance. But we get people with a super small backyard. There's one by my house. Every time I go to work, I drive by this lady's house, and her backyard is as big as this office. It's like a 12 by 12 backyard, and she has like a 12-foot wide double drive.
She's got a double gate.
Like, what do you need that for?
Yeah.
But yes, if they have a big backyard like mine, and I have someone that mows my lawn, so I have a big double drive gate because you can put a truck back there, a camper, a big mower, or a skid loader, whatever you may have to have, especially if they have trees. If a tree company's got to go back there, then yes, we definitely recommend it. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. That's good stuff, man. Well, I don't know. I don't even know where I wanted this episode to go. I literally just wanted to catch up and hang out and talk shop and everything you got going this year. I guess we can talk about the podcast. How's the podcast going? You got the Fence Industry Podcast. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man, the traction is just every day I'm getting more and more messages. Man, I just got one Tuesday on a guy, I forget where he's from. Michigan. Yes, he's from Michigan because it rang a bell with Brian. I talk machines, the Dingos, the Vermeers all day long. I live and swear by those. If you can use them in your area, 100%. And this guy bought one, and it's life changing, not game changing. This adds life, years to your life.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You use them to load and unload. But long story short is, like, I get messages like that all the time. And if you just change one person's life, that guy's life. It's a game changer. Like the concrete thing in our world, like mixing it wet or just dumping it in the hole. That's like a big like
wet set, baby. Wet set gang.
The wet set gang or the dry packers. Like, I have opened the eyes to some guys. Like we order concrete through a ready mix truck, and they never thought of that.
Yeah.
And they do it by hand, or they do a mixer or whatever it may be. And so I've had some guys reach out, and that's changed everything, man. Like, it's so easy. You make a phone call, the concrete truck shows up, you do your thing, and they're gone. You don't have to buy the concrete. You don't have to store it at a shop. You don't have to pay for. You know what I'm saying? It's all. Yeah, transport it. That's a bigger truck, bigger trailer, or multiple trucks, more gas. Like, no, I got my truck, my post, and my machine. Boom, we're there. Phone call. Hey, I need some concrete in about 2 hours. Okay, we'll be there. They show up, pour it out of the thing. Well, it's so easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I get messages like that all the time. So that makes me feel good. But yeah, the podcast is it's growing. We got some sponsors going now. Some of our big names in the fence biz are reaching out. So it feels good, man. We're trying to line up some stuff for AFA, which is Fence Tech, which is like your guys' equip now. So we're trying to do like a meetup kind of. I've talked to Naylor in the past extensively on how he's done things. So that's like we're following in your guys' footsteps.
Yeah.
And the podcast is just that, from my mouth to their ears. And I'm literally hearing what you guys are doing. I'm like, man, that's awesome. I want to do that. But yeah, things are booming. There's a couple more fence podcasts now in the scene. So I wish them all the best of luck. Those are my buddies, some of my best friends, good friends. I literally talk to them daily, whether it's talking trash or, talking shop or questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. Things are looking great for the podcast.
That's awesome, man. It's pretty nice. And you don't just talk always fences, right? You always do talk you talk some business and things like that, right?
Right. Like my best episode is with Matt from JC Fence out of the Boston area, and it's called Straight Business Knowledge. That's my most downloaded episode. And we're going to bring him on for like a 2-part series, and each one of my episodes are at least an hour. And we're going to break it down. Like, how do you get an EIN? How do you do payroll taxes?
Man,
how do you
that's
do taxes?
big stuff. Yeah.
And because there's Jeremiah, there's guys that reach out to me, and then I kind of like look at their stuff, see what they're doing. Sometimes you could call them a chuck in the truck, but they're learning, they're growing.
Yeah, they're figuring it out.
I would never look down on a guy like that ever. And I will be more than happy to make, their floor is my ceiling, like what Paul always says, like I will help them out. And but I always ask them, like, man, you got insurance, right? And you're paying taxes, right? Because I can't help someone that's not doing that. Like, I just think that's so important, because A, it whittles out the chucking the trucks, and B, you got to start right, man. You got to start right, and starting right. It's just that business aspect, the payroll taxes, and how do you pay people, and blah, 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 blah. Just all those back end things that nobody wants to deal with. We just want to be out in the field working, building fences for Instagram or Facebook or whatever it may be. That's what we want to do. Nobody really wants to do that back end stuff, but it's critical in my opinion.
No, 100%. I love that y'all are actually going to do that. And that's something I've thought about doing for a while now, is going through and really getting it in. And our show, everyone, if you've listened in for any amount of time, know that we're here to target the people that are young in business. And that topic right there is exactly what we're saying, young in business. Like, guys that don't understand those things. You don't know how to set up an EIN number. Man, I didn't know how to set up an EIN number a year ago. Like, I'm still figuring all that stuff out too. So it's cool to hear that y'all are already implementing that in your industry and taking it and running with it. And so what are some things maybe like in your company and in your business knowledge that you've learned along the way that you think really have kind of transformed your outlook on business? Some things, and I know that's a really broad question, but what are maybe some things that just somebody has pointed out? Maybe your dad. I know this is a family-owned company, so things that he taught you along the way that you're like, man, that's something that most people don't know that I'm lucky and blessed to have been taught through them. That you're trying to get out to other people about running a successful company.
There's a couple things. So I'm like from my dad being born and raised in the fence business, like that sense of urgency when guys are clocked in, it's always having a sense of urgency. It's always, walking at a stiff pace. That goes a long way. It goes a long, long way. It keeps the mood upbeat. It keeps things flowing. It keeps things moving. If you don't have that, man, in my opinion, in the fence world, margins are tight. I think it's hard to make money. I think it's hard to grow. I think it's hard to keep employees, because it's not an easy trade. So when you're banging your head against the wall and the employees don't see the progress, and they don't feel those good vibes, I always say, it's hard for them to stick around, and it just makes I don't know. To me, in a nutshell, that's probably the best thing I have ever learned or witnessed or watched, learned from watching from my dad. It's just that sense of urgency. Everything's bang, 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 go, go, go. That's, in my opinion, like I was just saying earlier, like in the morning I was welding, then I went and set a residential vinyl job, a big one. And then we had an emergency call at a plant that a semi went through a gate, and it's a Homeland Security type deal. So we had to fab up another really big gate, and we had to go get it there. It's just bang, 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 bang. But if I was dragging my feet all day at this residential job, no way in how could I ever get to this plant, get this gate on, to get them locked up for the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think, then money just follows with that,
Yeah,
it's just,
for sure.
When you get more done in a day, like, like you're going to make more money.
Yeah.
And then life is good. And when life is good, it's easy to get up and get to work every morning.
Yeah, you're seeing the rewards and the benefits of it. And it turns into, I think you can take that and it turns into a successful, like you said, the company culture turns into a really great atmosphere to be working in. And two, I think, is also, as a business owner, you start seeing more profits. Like, you don't have a wasted time. And I know we talk about, y'all have like extremely route dense where you are, right? Y'all don't go far out from your city, correct?
Correct. If I'm traveling like to a nearby city, like 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, I'm setting up shop all day there. Yeah. It's either like a big job, or I have several fairly close, so I'm banging them all. So it's worth my while.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't have that urgency that we talked about, then you could really you could start looking and your profits start going down the drain really fast, and I feel like you could end up in trouble real quickly. So it could turn into a downhill spiral very, very quickly. But that's good stuff, man. It's awesome to hear that y'all are doing that in the fence world and in River City. As a business owner, what are your goals, or how are you preparing for the next 2 to 4 years of who knows what we're going to go through? But I mean, I think everybody, our last episode we talked about thriving during a recession, and I think if anybody has that outlook on life, it's you. It's we're not going to survive, we're going to thrive, and that's something that I feel like is important as a business owner to have that mentality. What are some things that you think you're going to be doing and implementing in River City over the next couple of years as prices continue to rise, inflation, all the things that go along with a quote-unquote recession that we think is coming and is expected to come? How do you think you're going to make your business and sustain profitability and also continue to grow like you are?
One, it always starts with tightening the budget. I always look at what we're buying as far as from tools to machines, whatever it may be. We bought a new Vermeer this year, and we have held on to our other Dingos for a long, long time. We were due for a new machine, but if you can stretch something another year, stretch it. It doesn't have to be the fanciest of them, but that's why, from day one, we take care of everything, keep them clean, keep them maintained. Then you don't have the issues. And when times that are coming up, the recession word, then you're in a better spot. You're not working with stuff that's broken down and you're nickel and diming yet, because that goes in that budget. That takes away from something. If you're paying for repair, it's taken away from something, whether it's your pay, profit, whatever it may be. We're tapping into new services. Staining is big for us this year. I have barely done any marketing for it because I really only want to stain my fences that I build, but that is taking off for us, and there is very good money in that. So that's going to help.
That's something that we talked about. We talked about that in our last interview. I was like, do y'all? Because I was like, man, you need to start staining it. I said I wanted to find out how it goes when you start doing it. And so continue. How is it going?
Yeah.
Is it going well?
It's so Expert Stain Seal sponsors my podcast, but I met them, through other guys in the industry, and Caleb Roth, who is just a genius, holds a staining university every February, like by our fence deck, either before or after, the week before or after. I went down basically 3-day course, 3-day training, learned everything from cleaning to chemicals to stain, you name it. We learned it. Hands-on training. It's a free event, absolutely free. Wow. He does not charge and will not charge. He's a Christian. He is a great man, Jeremiah. Someone like you could go this year and learn everything staining, and with minimal tools, you could go into staining next year and make some good money, Jeremiah. So,
wow,
if your listeners are interested,
service.
I'm telling you, Jeremiah. So,
Caleb Roth, is that what his name was?
Caleb Roth.
Where's he from? Is he from Nashville?
Nashville.
Okay, I know a Caleb Roth from here. So I was like, I wonder if I don't know. It's weird.
I think they're just east of Nashville. Okay. Yeah, just east of Nashville. But yeah, so that's one thing that we have tapped into that's going to do big things for us. It's easy to do. It doesn't require a $45,000 Vermeer machine or a $15,000 trailer going down the road and a $65,000 truck. It's just a half-ton truck or a van can go do the job, done, one day, no questions asked. So yeah, that's something that we're tapping into. That's only going to help the profit.
Yeah,
that's going to help carry us through. Other than that, Jeremiah, we don't grow just to grow. I'd like to grow just a little bit, maybe one more crew, but I'm not desperate at it. Because I know what's coming, and everybody knows it's coming, and that's just 2 or 3 more guys we're taking care of during that time. Or we can stay where we're at. Is it a struggle? Yes, everything's a struggle, but it's all about your mentality going into day to day in working with what you have. And I think the guys that we have now are just phenomenal. I always say so. I'm happy with where we're at. I'm happy. Would I say I'm satisfied for right now? Yes, because I know what's coming and I don't want to get in hot water.
But get upside down,
yeah. So when I see that light coming at the end of the tunnel during that time, man, look out, because I have even more coming. I haven't scratched the surface, Jeremiah. But yeah, I feel confident going into the next 2 to 4 years. Yes.
What do you think the long-term goals? So you said you get out of that, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You think it's coming. What do you think your business looks like in 7 years from now? I mean, where do you plan to scale more, or kind of how do you just get? What do you plan on going there?
So my dad's 65 this year. In February, turned 65. We haven't talked the retirement thing yet. That's like, it's a long story, but
the
a lot
unspoken thing.
Yeah. So like what I see is, my dad's going to retire, but he's not going to retire. I can see him doing sales only and then buying material, because he has 38 as of this year, 38 years of talking to these suppliers. Some of them he's, have talked to for 25 plus years. So I see him doing that. I want to run day to day. I want to do just constant training with our guys. I hope to have 2 to 4 crews. One crew is dedicated to staining and pergolas, and then I want a commercial crew and 2 residential. I foresee us getting some land. My vision board has a piece of land that our little city where we work out of has like an industrial park they're trying to like grow. Mm-hmm. So there's like some construction companies in there. There's a trailer like depot type company in there. And I have a corner spot with my name written all over it, Jeremiah. And I can see my building, and our color is red, and our current building is red. I can see my red building there. I can see my office. I can see the wraparound porch. So that's where I in 5-7 years, my dad's a salesman. I'm running day to day, 4 crews, full-time welder. I would like to dabble in the wholesale to some local companies. We really don't have any local companies to us, but the ones we do, I want to sell to them because I can get them better prices. And then I'll have my hands in every professionally installed fence job in my area.
Yeah.
I'll have a little bit of that. So that's what I see, Jeremiah. Like, this is my vision board in a nutshell for the business.
That's huge.
Like I'm pumped. I want to bring in my own vinyl and router it, which means like blank stuff, and we have the CNC machine that cuts it all.
Yeah.
So a couple full-time shop guys, yard guys, and I'm pumped, man.
That's big things ahead. Well, what's something off your personal vision board you don't mind sharing? I know you got engaged over the winter, didn't you?
Yeah, Christmas Eve, Sandy and I got engaged. Our house, this has been dragging on forever, but so our house, I completely gutted this winter. It is 100% basically brand new, except for the foundation and outside walls. So that'll be done. We're gonna be moving in this weekend, I hope. So that's done. Then I can work on my yard. And that's like a big thing, is finishing the house on the vision board, especially for Sandy. We get married next Memorial Day weekend.
Almost a year from now. What's the date?
Almost. Yes.
What's the
Crazy,
date?
Isn't it?
What's the date? Oh, man, you better figure this out.
I think.
You better figure this out real quick.
The 28th. So we're getting married. Then, kids are coming along. By the way, congratulations.
Oh,
Jeremiah.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Awesome, man. You're doing big things. But yeah, then we're just, I don't know, man. Once we get to that, those are like 3 big things.
Yeah, that's a lot to happen.
Married,
yeah,
and that alone is like big. But yeah, but I want to buy a lot for a house, either on the Iowa, Illinois side. I don't know where yet. I have a couple of dream spots. Again, I have those printed off on my vision board, literally the listing off the real estate listing.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just narrow it down. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Like, the business is booming crazy. My personal life is booming crazy. The podcast is booming crazy. And I'm just, at the other end of the fire hose trying to soak it all in.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. And it's all well deserving. You're well deserving. And I'm not shocked at any of it, because the level of intensity that you bring, I just love. Like, I've yet to find somebody that brings this level of just high energy, having a good time. You act like you love what you're doing. You're enjoying life, and you should be, man. And you're helping people. That's the thing is, we and Paul were talking about this on a recent interview that we did, and we were talking about the podcast and just even in owning a business, the mentality of helping others. And that seems like the mentality that you have in life is as a business owner in the podcast and in the fence world, when you build those fences, you help homeowners have a nice backyard, a nice bordering to keep their animals, their pets safe, or whatever purpose that it's serving, keep wildlife out or whatever. You're helping those people, and it sounds to me like you have that way about you. Is that the way you look at life? Is just helping other people?
You have to, Jeremiah. That has to be. You got to find your purpose. And my purpose, I'm just a regular dude, man. Like, this is what I wear every single day because I work every single day. My purpose is to make sure my employees are taken care of, and they are. They're driving nice vehicles, they're taking care of their families, their vacations, the whole 9 yards. And then my next thing is, right with that, alongside that is family, making sure everyone's taken care of. If I can help in any way, shape, or form, I'm there. But you got to find your purpose. That's my purpose, Jeremiah, is if I can help a fence bro from the fence fam, like with the machines, that's going to save his back. It saves frustration. It saves energy. He can go home and he's more connected with his family, and he's not dog tired. That puts a smile on my face. That makes me feel good. Guys learning tips and tricks and stuff like that. Like, when I get that message, like, man, I never thought of that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Like, to me, it's second nature, but that's what I live for, Jeremiah. I'm not looking for fame or, hearty handshakes and slaps on the back. I'm just looking for, I helped someone out today, man. That makes me feel good. My dad, a quick story. My dad doesn't understand the podcast thing. He just does not understand. Just doesn't get it, doesn't know what it is, but he doesn't understand everything that I learned from him. And I'm passing it to these other guys. Some of these guys are your age, Jeremiah, with a family, or they want 3 trucks and 3 crews and a shop, and this and that, and 3. I got 3 staying out of machines, 2 Dingos and a Vermeer, and I got a skid loader. They want that, and they look at me like, man, I want it. And learning the stuff that I teach them is getting to that point. So it feels good, Jeremiah. It does. Again, I'm not looking for stardom or fame, but I'm just looking to help the next guy, because I've gotten help in life. So it's my turn.
That's awesome, man. That's what it is about. That's what it's about right there. There's nothing other than that to leave you with. So I want to thank you for coming on today, man.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Absolutely, man. Well, guys, if you enjoyed today's interview, just like it up, share it, leave us a rating and review. Go tell Dan you listened in, and go listen to the Fence Industry Podcast. I know you'll get a lot out of it. So thanks for listening to today's episode, and we look forward to catching up with each and every one of you here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram, or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.